Welcome to Swingers, the podcast that explores a swinging lifestyle from hookups to anal hooks. Over 18s only. Definitely contains adult content. Hello and welcome to episode 12, ABDL, Adult Baby Diaper Lover.
Hey, you got it right.
This is the second time
We've had DHL, ABCD,
everything,
abracadabra,
TCB. TCB, I think that's a drug. Oh, dear.
That's a cleaning thing, isn't it? TCP, like disinfectant.
2CB. I think that might be something
don't know.
naughty. Yes, whoopsie. But hello, it's Gush. Welcome, and we have with us again our sexpert, woman of the moment, Lady Bianca Ball Crusher.
Keep it coming.
I'd love to see you squeeze the balls.
Oh, it'll happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be in one of your sessions at some point, just like at the background, lurking. But little roundup of what I've been up to. Blush is obviously MIA, bless her. Told her about tonight's episode. She had a massive cringe. We were going to get to ask
we
questions.
gave her the massive ick, didn't we, bless her?
Yeah, so we thought we'd better let her sit this one out because it's a bit out there, but I feel like it's a fetish, it's a kink, and we should represent the community and the lifestyle of the ABDL community.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyway, we'll come back to that shortly. Lots of juicy stuff on its way. But what have I been up to? So I told you about a meet, didn't I?
Yes.
Where I basically called him the Marine. If anyone knows me, they know I've got a little bit of obsession about a Royal Marine Commando that was in my life for many years and had many firsts, and being in a dominant sub relationship with him as well.
He was the one that got away, wasn't he?
The one that got away.
He was the one that got away.
He was.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've met the 6'7" army equivalent.
Oh, girl.
And he is actually, I would say he's an upgrade because he comes with tattoos.
Nice.
Which is a little bit.
Okay.
That's a bit of me. But we're not going to go too much into that. But let me, what can I tell? I'm not saying too much. It was 3.5 hours of pure pleasure. And there was a bit of pain.
I want all the details.
There was a bit of pain, but not too much.
Okay.
Not too much. But,
is this the first time you've had a play with this particular gentleman? Are we going to give him a name?
I think his
Marine 2.0.
He's no. He's earned his own name.
Oh,
he's earned his own name. I think he's the gentleman something on Swing Hub.
okay.
I won't actually say his username because he probably might not want me to. But I did say to him, I said, part of the way through, I was like, "So when are you coming back?" And he was like, "I've not left yet." I'm like, "Okay, just checking when you know." But yeah, I don't know where I was going now. I've completely got sidetracked. You look like
you're going to slide off your chair. I think he actually has left you speechless, which is saying a lot for you.
Yeah, like my vagina's tingling. I'm
sorry.
I
was hoping you were going to go into details about what you got up to with this guy, and so far you're just there like, yeah. So I mean, it obviously did a good job. If you can't get your words out.
As soon as you leave, I'm going upstairs for a while. That is where I'm going. Okay.
What can you tell us?
What can I tell you? Okay. What can I tell you? There was a bit of whipping.
Okay.
There was quite a lot of gushing.
Standard.
From
him or from you?
Me, obviously. Well, he did end up gushing, but yeah, we don't want to go too much into
Nice.
that. There was a little bit of electro play.
Tell me more.
No, it's not coming out on this episode because it's
I
completely
feel like you're edging me. You just dropped this bombshell like, oh, I had the most amazing time. whilst on a podcast, and then I'm not going to tell you about it. Like, thanks. I've got blue balls over here now.
The thing is, the two things that have happened are they're just separate episodes. They are separate episodes. There's going to have to be at least 2 episodes about our meet. That's how fucking wild it was. He was like, oh yeah, I've got
okay, so this is just a teaser then to stay tuned for the next. Okay, right, fair enough.
And it's probably not going to come until season 4. Not gonna lie,
dangling it in front of me.
We decide to get that started again, you never know. Could be
right, listeners, I will get this story out of her if it's the last thing I do.
But that's it. That's all you're having, guys.
Okay.
So moving on so I'm trying not to slide off my chair because I am a little bit warm. We're going to go on to my little toy review. So I am the love of my own goddamn life. 2025, single Gush, living my dream.
Party.
All about me, being selfish, and that is okay. And I'm having a great time.
I love that for you, babe.
Great time. So I treated myself to £100 worth, well, actually it was 200 quid's worth of Love Honey stuff because I got 40% off, kicked off, a discount code wasn't working or an offer wasn't working. They were like, oh, sorry about that. Here's 40% off your order. I'm like, thank you.
Nice one.
Right. And with, yes, a little bit of sub money, I treated myself to a load of new outfits. A load of like body stockings, and a new tentacle dildo.
I had a lot of fun with that the other day, didn't I?
Had a lot of fun.
Not in that way.
No.
It was Valentine's Day. Should I tell the story?
Yep.
It was Valentine's Day. We had Galentine's, didn't we? With the girls.
Yep.
A few token guys. And yeah, there was a couple of us who were just sitting there. We just couldn't leave it alone, could we?
No.
I was like, look at it. It's so cute.
It's very rubbery.
Very tactile.
It's little as well. So I was a little bit like, disappointed. But actually, it's very squidgy. So compared to my other one, which I think is an anal tentacle, which is a lot harder. So you would... This one was very soft, very sort of floppy.
But we can leave it alone. I don't think there was anybody in the house that day that didn't have a squeeze on this little tentacle.
It's just a free for all. Just pass it around like it's like a party favour. But I wouldn't be fingering it too much now because I have used it.
Oh yeah, okay.
So I tried it, and yes, it was very good because it sort of like moves around inside you. So as you're thrusting it inside your vagina.
Because it was very wobbly, wasn't it? I thought.
It's very wobbly. But yeah, I just had a very creamy, wet experience.
So that is like a vaginal one because I thought I think you, without being graphic, you'd struggle to get that in your bum.
I haven't actually tried to get the other tentacle in my bum. Because I think I'd struggled to get the little one in my bum because it's
that's
so
what I mean,
floppy.
because it's floppy.
Yeah.
But I think that would be quite a fun experience.
You could try.
Using in your vagina.
Yes. One at the bum.
What I'm saying is I've never used a tentacle. And when I was sitting there on your sofa, wiggling it in our, she'll remain nameless, our friend's ear, like, oh my God, have you seen this? While she's chowing down on her prawn balls. I thought, yeah, I'd give one of these a go. Yeah.
It's good. I would say, yep, definitely worth it.
It's different from any other sort of vibrator or dildo.
It's very ribbed, isn't it? It's like the ribbed effect, really. And yeah.
But I couldn't go over how soft it is.
Yeah, it was lovely. Not even sure the material. It was quite nice colours, like blue and green as well. So
yeah.
Out of 5, because we used to give like an A rating. Ooh, toy review.
Ooh, toy review. Is that good? Do you like that?
Oh, yeah, we might get you on a jingle actually.
Oh.
Watch this space. Crush is coming. But yeah, worth it. Out of 5 oohs, I'd probably go maybe like a 4.
Okay.
Maybe a 4. Didn't have me squirting, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Because you were disappointed about the size.
I was.
But I was looking at it thinking, well, if you don't want it, I'll have it.
But I think if at this stage now, if it doesn't come like the size of an arm, I don't really want to know.
If it doesn't reach my tonsils, I'm not interested.
If I can't scare men with it, then I just don't want to.
Yeah.
Imagine. Oh, God.
But, I mean, I think for a first timer, it would be
a great purchase.
Yeah.
A great purchase.
I'm
Definitely.
tempted to get one. I had a real soft spot for your little tentacle.
I do love my tentacle.
Yeah.
I'll get you one for your birthday.
Thank you.
How about that?
Yeah, I love that.
Moving on. Quick little mention, because I'm just annoying and not sorry. We have been voted for the alternative awards on Instagram. So that is happening this year for the best podcast.
The bedcast.
My tongue currently was sticking to my lips. Yes, the best podcast. So I don't think we're the best. I think we give it a good go. We have fun, and it's more about having fun and chatting shit, really, than winning awards. But if we do, bonus, and it'd be good to go.
I love how you're like, no, I don't want to chat shit, and then you invited me on.
Yes. This is the second take. We decided the first one after the cat and my pussy jumped on your leg and purred very loudly that we'd do it again. Yes.
And I was moaning, and not in a good way. I was like, she's digging her claws in, get her off me.
You're not like me, bit of a masochist. Come on, cat.
Yeah, I was not into that.
Claw me. So another little feature before we get into the adult baby, like I have talked about potentially doing a whole episode. So this could be something for season 4. So guys, stick with us. We're going to get better. We're good. Funny things are coming.
We're still learning.
But I just want to read some of the messages that I receive on various platforms, because I'm on quite a few. Obviously for the podcast, I'm on a lot of the swingers ones. So I get ones on there. I've got interesting ones also on Instagram and various places.
Can I just chip in here just quickly? I have told Gush that I think this should be a regular feature on every episode.
Yeah.
Because I think you get enough messages. This could be like a regular feature because it's the highlight of my week. You read... She comes around my house. Well, she doesn't actually. She comes around to my salon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, go on then. And I'm there filing her nails. And she'll be reading out and I'm just in hysterics.
And I'm just like, sometimes I really just put my hand on my head and I'm like, really?
It's the accents as well. It just makes me die.
So I've got a mixture. I'm not sure what accents are going to come out. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this one was very recent. Okay.
I'm laughing already. I haven't even heard it.
And bear in mind, I think people know by now I enjoy pegging. I enjoy pegging. That is probably something known across multiple platforms. I have pegged a man. I peg a man again. Quite enjoyed it. Felt very powerful.
I think he had a lovely time.
He had an amazing time. And I always say to him, you want it again.
It's one of my favourite episodes.
I think it's most people.
The fact that I know both of you as well. I was like, I'm sliding off my chair here. I told you, didn't I? During that episode, the Peggy stew, I had to pause it, make myself a cup of tea and come back.
Did you?
I did. I had to listen to it in 2 parts. I was like, I'm getting turned on here and this is weird.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure I told you that. I thought I couldn't listen to it in one go. I was like, I know these two, and the sexual chemistry was off the charts.
Yeah, I think you do. Once you've taken it to the pegging level, I think you just...
There's no going back, is there?
There's no going back. So here we go. So I've got a selection. I'm going to save the best till last. Okay.
I'm so looking forward to this. I can't even tell you.
So the pegging comment was relevant to the message. So yesterday, and it was actually quite early, at 6:45 in the morning. So early bird, trying to catch the worm or the peg. Want to peg and fuck a hot cross-dresser. Did you snort?
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Carry on.
If they were hot, possibly.
Oh, sorry, was that it?
That was it.
That was the whole message.
There was no hello. Hello, how are you? Oh, I like your profile. You look cool. No. Want to peg and fuck a hot cross-dresser.
Well, do you?
I haven't responded. Like, I don't know, because then it just leaves me. Oh, who are you? How old? Like, I
have questions.
I have questions. Like, it's the first message. If you wanting to get someone's attention, just try a little bit harder. This one, bless him. This one I think tried too hard. Go on. I don't know if I can maintain an accent. This is quite a long one. Hello. I won't beep my username.
Okay.
I'm going to be very forward. I'm sorry. There's no punctuation as well, so bear with me.
Right, read the whole
this.
thing without breathing then.
Hang on, a bit of ASMR. You can't hear it because you don't have headphones. That's another story. Hello. Boop. I'm going to be very forward. I'm sorry, but I'd like to say your first pick made my imagination run wild, and I would love to be there, right behind three girls. Alternatively, giving you all a real good hard pounding, and while inside one, I'll use toys on the other women and then ram you all the way. I can't even read it without punctuation. All anyway and every way possible, and allowed, and have 3 of you squirting uncontrollably multiple times all over me, soaking everywhere too. I can't even. I'm giving up.
Oh.
There is.
I think my vagina's just inverted.
There's another bit to that, but
I'm bored already.
He signed it off. I will make sure you are satisfied.
How many M's were there?
Oh my good God.
It's horrible.
What's that?
It's horrible.
Like talking about the Domme experience on Sunday, my vagina was very excited. It's just now gone, no. Non-entry. You couldn't get in there even if you tried.
It's closed up shop.
Fuck me. This one's quite a good one.
Okay.
It's quite, short, sweet, straight to the point.
I know no one can see me right now, but I am grinning from ear to ear because I just live for these.
Like, I'll take it. It just says, nice kitty. Yep.
Oh, right.
That's it. Yeah.
What was the context?
I think it might be context of my vagina.
Was it on a picture? Like,
probably. Nice kitty.
This was on Twitter then, I'm guessing. And
no,
not
it's
your
on
Instagram.
Fab
Oh,
Ringers.
okay, right.
Yeah.
Oh,
this one's a bit weird.
I'd message back and I'm like, can I have a bit more detail? Like, what specifically do you like about it? In detail.
It is pretty.
I like the validation. You have got a very nice one, actually.
It's the jewellery, I think. It just makes it.
Yeah. I mean, that is friendship, isn't it? When I'm reposting pictures of your fanny.
Yes. My butthole. Here's a great one. Here we go. So this has been going over the period of 6 weeks, and I go wild for a gusher. So I didn't reply. And then I got a message 3 days ago. Come to me, lol. So I responded, why? Because I'm worth it. ! Sorry. Then I get another one. I go mad for a gusher. You've already said that, mate. Here we go. I'm on its own on a line, right? Second line. Going to be totally honest. I should be in work, but I've been out all night.
Doing what?
I don't know. I never responded. These people have conversations with themselves. And the copy and paste jobs are just horrendous. Oh, are you ready for the... Let's sign this off and then we'll better get into what we're actually doing. Because we've done 20 minutes of catch up. But I actually think it's pretty good. So here we go. Are those gorgeous udders available? Can't even finish it. Are those... Hang on. We'll let Lady B finish. This is why I was laughing before I started. I thought,
all the words you could use, and that's what he settled on. He was like, that's the word I'll use.
Yeah, but listen,
udders. Go on.
Are those gorgeous udders available for milking? But yeah, Again, that's another fetish. That's a fetish for another
Please
day.
tell me you replied.
Oh, I didn't. I looked at it. I was like, oh. I laughed and I thought, to you, probably not. Probably not. But
do you know what? I've actually, like, that's an actual tear. Can you see that? That is a tear rolling down my face.
I'm sorry I made you cry.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Sorry, not sorry. I think that's enough of a catch up, don't you?
I love you.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I think it's going to be a permanent thing of the podcast. We're just going to, if it's just one gold.
I think we should have
life.
a vote, right? So contact us on Swinghers, whether it's Instagram or wherever else.
The cringiest message you've ever received.
Yeah.
Really, we want to know.
And also, please let Gush know that I'm right and this should be a regular feature.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to die on that hill. Like, this is great. I enjoyed that very much.
I'll add a poll. I just need to spend probably not even that long, probably a good 10 minutes in me inboxes and I'll find something.
Gold. Little nuggets of gold.
Little nuggets of gold. I love a nugget. Right, let's get into the topic of the podcast. So it's ABDL, Adult Baby Diaper Lover. What is it?
So Adult Baby Diaper Lover. I have been doing my homework. Bit of a heavy topic. It's like, please join the podcast. This is what we're going to talk about for absolutely fine. However, I have a sub who has disclosed that this is something that he has been quite heavily into for quite some time. And it's something that neither of us really knew much about at all. So we were like, fantastic, this is what we can talk about. And we've been doing a real deep dive, haven't we? So yeah, it's there's a lot. So buckle in.
I've given you your homework and you have absolutely smashed it out of the park.
A-star teacher's pet.
You really have. I'm like, go and find out everything you can about this. We need to know
Yeah, we've
more.
been interviewing real life people, which
Yes.
is pretty cool.
It's good.
Nobody that wanted to be on the podcast, but obviously happy for us to talk about it, and that we respect that. That's absolutely fine.
Yep.
So as I said, I've got a sub who has, divulged to me that this is something that they're into. I don't know anything about it, so I've done my research. So to start with, Adult Baby and Diaper Lover, that's AB/DL, because it's a bit of an umbrella term for the adult baby, which is people that enjoy age play or age regression back to being a child or being a baby. So that can look like role play by themselves, where they could dress in a onesie, drink out of a baby bottle.
Is it under 3 as well? Because I would say if you think about potty training, then they tend to be
it does.
Diaper
From
wearers,
the research that I've done, it seems that everyone has like their preferred age. But I think I'd agree that most people tend to be under the age of 3.
Yeah.
And I'll get to why in a minute. So this can be it can be a sexual preference. It can be completely non-sexual. It does seem to be that the adult baby is more of a lifestyle and it's a role play that people indulge in for comfort.
Yeah.
We'll talk a bit more about it throughout the podcast. And then Diaper Lover tends to be more of the fetish side. So this is where it gets sexualized. So people enjoy the feel of diapers. I think it kind of stems into a bit of humiliation as well. It's a very broad spectrum. So the ABDL covers the whole area of kind of age play and this baby kind of related paraphernalia, but it's not necessarily always sexual. So this sub of mine, his is more the adult baby. So I've been asking him questions. Gosh.
How did he find out that he was into it?
So this sub of mine, we should probably give him we'll just refer to him as a sub, I think, for today's purposes. He said that he first had these feelings around the age of 13, 14 years old.
That's quite young, isn't it?
Yeah, that is quite young. But then if you think the majority of us, hormones are at play at that age, we are kind of discovering what we like, what we're into.
Yeah.
And we have had a chat with friend of the show, Mr. Psych, our resident psychology lecturer recently, about kinks and fetishes. And he said that most, if not all of them, do start in childhood, but it's very hard to pinpoint how they happen, because you'd need a camera on you 24/7 throughout your life.
Which just, the funding would be ridiculous. Billions.
But they do, we do know that fetishes and kinks tend to start in childhood, and it could be a certain situation, such as maybe somebody had wet themselves, they found it humiliating.
Well, it's shameful, isn't it? You know, if you accidentally, yes, we've all accidentally probably had a few drinks, you know, laughed a little bit too hard. If you've had children, this thing happens.
Stay
but there is a little
trampolines.
Trampolines, anything, you know. It's a little bit of shame around it, I think. You'd feel embarrassed, wouldn't you?
Yes.
So it's almost that, but then it's in secret and you wouldn't necessarily know that you've done that. So it's kind of like a covert thing as well, isn't it? The fact that no one knows you're wearing these nappies, and
it's taboo.
And didn't you say as well that you knew some friends that had actually gone to festivals and had worn adult diapers so they didn't miss their favourite band? So it's not even just people that are finding it sexually. There's a purpose to this. If you're elderly or you've got a problem with your bladder or whatever, you may have to wear tanner pants. That's what they're called. This episode is sponsored by... Can you imagine? No, we're not being sponsored by anyone, Spotify. Please don't tell us off.
No.
We're a non-profit
I'm going to get zucked.
organisation.
So the diaper lover tends to be more fetishized, and it kind of makes sense when you think, it stems with humiliation. There was a quote on one of the documentaries that we saw, because I've been getting Gush into, been showing you, haven't you, all the things that I've found out, and it said that a diaper could be a leather collar in another form, which is true. And again, with the adult baby side, you are relinquishing control. So there are real similarities between the ABDL lifestyle, community or fetish, with more, I suppose, mainstream BDSM activities. And again, with, what's the word? I can never remember the word, but it's uralgia. It's basically, it's the fetish of being into like water sports. Basically, it's like,
I can't think what it's called.
Yeah, but again, that's a
whole nother episode.
It's another branch that comes off the diaper lover side of things.
I think there's a lot of crossovers, isn't there?
There is a lot of crossovers.
Certain kinks, because you said sometimes when they go in to see these people, because they can go to creches as well, I believe.
Yes.
But some can be like a creche / a dungeon. So that could be something. They might go and do the whole adult baby thing.
I did find that quite interesting, because according to this sub of mine, there are a surprising amount of adult creches around the area.
Local. You named at least 4 to me, I think, within probably a 10 to 15 mile radius of where we are.
They're hidden amongst us.
New business idea.
Yeah, absolutely. But they have everything kind of custom built. So they'd have like adult sized cots.
So they have like changing mats. Changing mats, obviously.
They have the whole lot.
All the cream.
But one thing I did find very funny is this sub of mine was telling me about an experience where he went to a dominatrix who offered this service, and in her garage she had a medieval torture chamber.
Wow.
And then
goals. And then we have actually spoke about, haven't we?
Yeah.
Potentially converting my garage.
I would love that.
To a self-made,
we would have so much fun,
dungeon / content area.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about it. The cogs are turning.
Yeah, it's
watch the space.
Yeah, watch the space. Could be very exciting year for us.
Exciting times ahead.
So she had the medieval torture chamber in her garage. Amazing. And then in her upstairs spare room, she turned it into an adult nursery.
That's brilliant.
And I thought, what a genius.
Something for everyone.
So I did ask him, I said, from what he said, it seems like his is more like the adult baby. It's a lifestyle thing. He described it as being comfortable. So if he was ill, was hungover, it's something that he would do on his own. So maybe change into a onesie, which nowadays we all own onesies. It's
common.
That's not even strange anymore, is it?
Do you know what? As soon as because I've been out gardening all day, so I'm such a interesting person. Deviant by night, gardener by day. In the shower, in my comfies, sports bra on, hoodie on, and that is me. And when you go, I will be on that sofa under the blanket, snuggling up, and that's my little comfort thing.
Yeah.
And everyone, I just think,
and everyone enjoys that. So far, it's like big tick. That makes perfect sense. I can understand that. He will also drink out of a baby bottle. I
get that. No spillages.
Practicality.
And actually, there are quite a lot of wine glasses that are not like baby bottles, but they're like anti-spill. So it's kind of the same principle. Or if you have it in those bottles with a straw, that can still be childlike. You're not mature.
It could be like I've got a Stanley cup at the moment, and that is a cup with a straw. So
there you go.
It's almost like as a society we are regressing slightly because we've kind of clicked on and think, oh, actually these things are really comfortable. They are nostalgic of our childhood.
They are.
So the more I talk to myself, the more I was like, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
He does have like pacifiers or dummies.
Again, it's like oral stimulation, isn't it?
Yeah.
So people might have vapes. Could be your dummy.
Absolutely. So we're making all these connections now, which makes
this is
perfect
why
sense.
I think normalize, not necessarily normalize it, but actually be open-minded about it and think that actually, okay, well, I've got like an oral fixation issue. It's a pacifier for them, but it's a vape for me, or it's food.
I can understand the appeal.
So what did he do when he went to this creche? Because he would have paid a Dom to do this. Is it Doms in the creches all the time, or is it?
There seems to be a crossover. I think it's a service. So being like a mummy, I'm just getting myself twisted in knots here, but basically the person who enjoys the regression, so acting as a baby or as a small child, refers to themselves as a little, and then they have their bigs, who's their, I suppose, pseudo caregiver / parent role. And in most cases, I suppose you could hire a Dom to do that. Dominatrix is something that they might offer, but there are people that is their sole role. They are like a professional adult mummy or father figure even, but it does tend to cross over into dominatrix because I suppose us as Doms are more accepting. It's just, for us, it's just another kink. It's another fetish. Yeah. And there are, like I said before, there's so many similarities. It's that relinquishing control over to somebody and being void of all responsibilities.
Yeah, that'd be great.
The more I talk, the more it's like, this makes perfect sense. Because I understand this.
In past BDSM relationships that I've had the caregiver role, him tucking me into bed, him even getting one of my I remember him getting one of my teddies and putting it in bed with me, and because I was not very well, and kissed my head and stroking my hair, and I'm like, that was so lovely. And then another thing that we did was we were in the shower together and he was washing my hair. That is such an intimate, caring thing that someone could do for you, and just like generally bathing or washing you.
But it's still sort of the sub-dom dynamic.
Washing you intimately is
that's quite hot.
It's quite hot.
That's quite hot.
It's quite hot. But then I guess in the adult baby, it's not a sexual thing. So it's that, but non-sexualized.
Yeah, I mean, it can be. We'll come back to that. It tends to be the diaper lover tends, from what I've read, seems to be more of the sexual side. But going back to your question about what his session would look like with a dominatrix, he said to me that one of his sessions was 5 hours. I thought, crikey, whereas we normally do like an hour at a time.
That's a long time.
5 hours. So that was two of them, where he turned up, he undressed. Funny enough, like you said, the dominatrix, who this was like the mummy role, bathed him.
What was she wearing?
Him. I didn't ask.
We need to find that out.
But from what we've seen online, they do tend to
pinnies, like mummy dresses, sort of, just like normal, maybe
Yeah,
like a
it's
bit
maybe
prim
like
and proper.
The 1950s housewife seems to be.
I bet they've got stockings on.
Possibly. Depends.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how sexualised people want it, I suppose.
I guess. Yeah.
So she washed him, bathed him, which sounds lovely, and then put him in a diaper. I think bottle fed him.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last 3 hours of the session,
So what did he go in after the diaper? Did he dress in like them baby get up, or did he have to bring his own clothes? Or
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. This is just what he told me, that then he, had the diaper put on and then
bottle
slept
fed
in
him,
a cot.
and then he got in a cot and
had a lovely little nap.
Did she like sing to him, rock him to sleep? Like,
Don't know.
Yeah,
No idea.
We need to see.
in that world, that would seem perfectly.
Yeah, I guess
reasonable.
With that again, you would have your discussion with your mummy or your dom prior, and you would say, like for me, stroke my hair so I can go to sleep. That would be so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Could just employ. If I ever get rich, I'm just going to employ someone just to pop round and just give me a head massage.
Yeah,
that would be
nice.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Again, sometimes it might be nice just to have like a cuddle, just reassurance. So the age regression and age play, or what do I say was paraphilic infantilism is a technical term for the ABDL. I can so as a role play and as a lifestyle, it kind of sounded quite lovely.
It does.
However, we do want to cover all bases with this. So, I mean, when we spoke to Blush, she was very much like, don't know about this, which I think is quite a, fair enough. It's a valid.
I think we asked her to send some questions in, and we didn't really get a question, did we?
She was just sort of,
it's not really for me.
Which, I do understand, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it, and we've both learnt a lot about it. And I think actually it's opened our eyes and made us like, okay, this is quite accepting, I suppose.
That's it. It's different.
It's learning. It's different.
It's not a preference of ours.
No.
But I would love to be cared for. And I think as women, because we are naturally caregivers, for us to live in our like divine feminine rather than being feminine masculine, which we're having to be, I think, at the moment.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story. If we had a man that would pick up on our when we're weak moments, even though we'll battle on, and say to you, go and sit down, let me give you a foot rub, do you want a massage, do you want a cup of tea, what can I do, do you want me to run you a bath? If someone did that for you and then like washed your hair and did it like so lovely, like you would feel so relaxed and safe.
Yes.
So this is a word.
So with the adult baby, I feel both you and I, when we've spoken about it, we've done our research, feel very on board with that.
Yes.
The diaper lover, to me, is a bit more of a murky area. We're not kink shaming. We're not. But I did read, there's if anyone wants to do any reading into this further, I've got 2 bits which I can recommend, put it in the description, by a woman called Penny Barber, who started off as a little.
Yeah.
So she liked the age play and the aggression and, wearing diapers and being this little girl. But she's also now working as like a professional mummy.
Yeah.
And she had a partner who was heavily into diapers, and she tells a story in her book where
did he start her off?
No, I think she was already into it.
Yeah,
from what I read. And then she was telling a story about how she put on a diaper, and then he took it off her, covered her in baby powder, and then they proceeded to have sex. And that's where I was a bit. I felt I needed to take a break. I thought, I'm going to put the book down, go and have a cup of tea. It's just,
I'm not into water sports. You're in, especially if you're not. I guess you could be hydrated, but there's a smell.
It's not that bothers me though. I think a lot of speaking to people, because I have spoken to some of my clients about, what's your initial reaction to the thought of the ABDL community. And unfortunately, there are connotations with
paedophilia.
There.
Yeah, there is.
which absolutely isn't the case.
It's not the case.
I will stand by that. Is absolutely not the case, but that's a misconception I had, and it seems to be a misconception that it seems quite common.
It is consenting adults at the end of the day.
It's consenting adults.
Consenting adults. Half the time it's non-sexual. As I say, the diaper lovers, there's a branch, but that is just, for whatever reason, they're into that. That's turns them on. King. And that's fine.
Yeah.
They're not hurting anybody.
They're not. And I need to remind myself of that as well, because there was one bit, I haven't spoken to you about this yet.
Juicy.
And there was a whole chapter in this book. The book I was reading is, let me just read the title. The Big Book for Littles by Penny Barber. And it goes into everything. It's a very, very interesting read for anyone who's, wants to know more. But she was talking about dark age play.
Dark age play.
And this is where age play, or the diaper lover side of it.
Is it like the mummy and daddy sort of stuff?
Well, it kind of, it's where it merges into other kinks.
Right. So
you could be into age play or the diaper lover, but then also merge into CNC, which is, was it? CNC, is it? Consensual non-consent, which is otherwise known as rape play.
Yeah.
She was talking about an experience where she put on her diaper, snuggled into bed, and basically waited for her daddy, shall we say, who was her partner in real life.
Yeah. It
was her husband, to come in and basically have sex with her.
Yeah, I think there's certainly potentially some mental not everybody, some mental health things, because I don't
trauma.
There has to be trauma that just for that to take place.
I feel uncomfortable repeating that story. I mean, I read it and I thought, I need to take a break from this, because
again, if that's,
it's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one. I think
they're consenting adults,
and it is a role play, and it's probably not a role play that's hopefully not shared by a load of people, but you don't know, do you?
Yeah. So I just feel like, just to touch all bases, it was worth mentioning that. But as a whole, I think I get it. I get it is what I'm saying.
I don't get the dressing, but I can, the dressing as a child, that's something for me. But the caregiving side of it's really nice. It's quite cute.
It is. And also it does seem like quite a nice community. So they have munches, which I wasn't familiar with the term munch.
Yeah, so I had heard about munches before when we had Tony and Jade on, about their All Kinked Up. And they're like places you can just meet, which tend to be like cafes or vanilla locations where people in certain communities will meet up with people that share the same things as them, because they've got like little secret, not identities, but I guess they have, haven't they? But
it's
signs.
Flagging. It's flagging. So that's a term. So it's when people would outwardly express what they were into, but in a way that I suppose the regular everyday people wouldn't pick up on. So in terms of age play, somebody could wear like a diaper pin on them. They could have a dummy or pacifier on a keychain. Something discreet, but other people who are into the same community would be like,
Do you think you'd have tattoos as well, like a pacifier tattoo or something like that?
Possibly, that might be something.
But the hats you also mentioned to me was quite a big identifier, wasn't there?
So there's a company called Peekaboo, and then it's Peek and then ABU in America, and they make all sorts of adult baby related things. Like, it's a whole industry of adult sized pacifiers, changing mats, diapers, all sorts. But they have these characters and they put them on baseball caps, so people that are into this lifestyle could go out wearing a baseball cap which has got this cute little
dragon
figure on it
or thing,
these like sort of animals, and nobody would think anything of it unless obviously they recognised that logo because they're part of the same community. So,
or they listen to Swing Hers podcast.
Or they listen to Swing Hers podcast.
Just outed you.
Yeah, we just.
But I'm hoping that we have represented you well as a community and done you justice. I think there's still a load more to say about this.
I definitely think it could do with a part 2, because
I think we need to do a part 2, because you've
so
mentioned
much,
binging
so
and purging.
much more.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do this another time. But
if you are in that community, we'd love to hear from you.
If you've got a story, you want to say how you got into it, you know, what you enjoy about it. Because one thing, just to mention back to your friend, you said that he's had partners that he's done this with as well, hasn't he?
Yeah. So this sab of mine, he's had he's a cis male, heterosexual, had girlfriends. Some of them have been absolutely horrified. Some of them have been like, okay, well, that's something I'm willing to explore with you, and they'll sort of provide the mummy role. And
some women naturally do it anyway, because some men are big babies, aren't they? And they need to be well, the ones I seem to end up with I think it's just
we've done it involuntarily a few times, haven't we?
It's just this is why it's 2025, single me. Not baby and no man. But it's interesting, because you can it's not just single people. There are people in couples that are happy to do this with each other and give their partner what they need, which is lovely.
Yeah.
But can you imagine that conversation?
It must be a hard one. It must be a really hard one for somebody to open up and say, I'm into this, because of the connotations, where I think anything where you're using the word fetish and kink and all these sort of adult sexually explicit words and terminology with the word baby,
the second word,
people immediately, I think, going to be like, oh, okay. But I hope we've done it justice, because that isn't the case. I mean, there was one comment made on one of the documentaries we watched. I can't remember which one. We will link them.
There was a few, and they said that there are, negative connotations with paedophilia, but they said actually it's almost the complete opposite. These people are wanting to regress and be babies, and they're looking for an adult to look after them. They're not they're desiring to be a child, not desiring a child. Take their responsibilities away.
And that's a huge difference.
Wouldn't it be lovely not to have to worry about paying the gas and electric?
Oh my God, can you imagine?
If you were doing this full time with a partner, you're completely it's just someone is taking over your life for you,
and you're being loved and nurtured and looked after.
And actually they must be happy to do it, otherwise they wouldn't do it. I could not do it. I will not do it.
I mean, it's niche, isn't it? It is niche. But I do feel that with my research and talking to people, I've got a completely different view of it.
See if you can persuade your sub, because I believe he listens to the podcast. So hello.
Shout out.
Thank you very much for discussing. But we have many questions, as you've probably heard. And we may have some more for you at some point. But if you'd like to come on and talk to us, we'll make you feel very welcome. And we could even do a little bit of that with you.
But I think we can open that to anybody, can't we? If you got anything you'd like to add,
like to add stories, and also let us know if Gush's box should be permanent feature. Let's just literally come up with a name. Gush's box.
Gush's
DM.
I love that.
DM and more. But I think that wraps up the episode quite nicely. But guys,
it's been a heavy one.
And I'm just going to give you an idea. Obviously, this is episode 12 now. This is the second to last finishing. We have got, a massive announcement coming up next episode. It will be me and the blushness coming to you through the mic. But there's things are afoot. Change is coming. Change is going to come. And we're going to embrace it. Because change is good. It's development, isn't it? It's different. It is. But
it'd be good to have her back.
Yeah, it'd be good to have her back. Absolutely.
I miss her.
So guys, stick with us. You will hear some juicy stuff next time. I might even talk about the Domme a little bit more.
Well, I think you should after you've left us all dangling.
No. This episode. It's not happening this episode.
Mate.
You'll have to tune in to episode 13, Lady Bianca Crush. But thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, if you want to find her, she is at Lady Bianca Crush. Bianca as in EastEnders. Is she still?
No, she's not.
She's out.
She's
What's
out.
happening?
She's
Give
having
us an update on
massive
Bianca
PTSD
before we
and panic
go.
attacks, bless her heart. It's been rough for her.
Oh,
Poor
bless her.
bee.
She's still got that puffer jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, of course she has. Of course she has. So thank you guys. Play safe. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.